Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to Sports Fan here on this late Friday night, July the 10th, 2015 here on Peter Wiggins here. Let's start you off out at Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts, where the Boston Red Sox squared off against the New York Yankees in a weekend showdown at Fenway Park. And the New York Yankees got on the board first in the top of the first on an Alex Rodriguez home run on a fly ball to left center field that scores 1-0 in favor of the Yankees in the top of the first. And then, top of the fourth, a sloppy inning by the Red Sox. Here, Jacoby Ellsbury reaches on a field error by second baseman Brock Holt. Brian McCann scores, and Didi Gregorius to third base, and Steven Drew to second base. 2-0 in favor of the Red Sox here. And then Brett Gardner singles on a ground ball to first baseman Mac Napoli that scores. Didi Gregorius scores, and Steven Drew to third, and Jacoby Ellsbury to second base. 3-0 in favor of the Yankees here. And then, Alex Rodriguez walks that scores Steven Drew. 4-0 in favor of the Yankees in the top of the fourth. And then, bottom of the fifth, Mookie Betts homers on a line drive at left center field. 10th former season makes it 4-1. Sox trail the Yankees, but top of the eighth, Jacoby Ellsbury singles on a line drive to center field, and Mookie Betts scores, and Steven Drew to second base as the Boston Red Sox lose to the New York Yankees at Fenway Park. 5-1 as they fall to 41-46 in the season here. As Michael Pineda got the win, Clay Buchholz was salutable loss there, who left the game in the top of the fourth with 10 tightness in his right elbow here. As the Red Sox and the Yankees square off tomorrow night at 7:15 with Eduardo Rodriguez Manfredo. Red Sox ball. Ivan Norman man for the New York Yankees here. Well, it's a little temporary bump in the road in this hot streak, but the Red Sox gonna put that loss aside and focus on tomorrow night. Alright, let's take a look at other scores man in the majors here on this late Friday night here. Bottom of the ninth, a battle of the Beltway as the Baltimore Orioles and the Washington Nationals tied at 2-2 apiece here. Top of the seventh, Texas Rangers lead the San Diego Padres 4-1. Top of the seventh, Colorado Rockies lead the Atlanta Braves 5-3. Top of the seventh, Detroit Tigers lead the Minnesota Twins 6-0. Top of the first, no score between the Kansas City Royals and the Toronto Blue Jays. Top of the first, no score between the Seattle Mariners and the Los Angeles Angels. Middle first, no score between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Milwaukee Brewers. Top of the first, San Francisco Giants and the Philadelphia Phillies, no score. Chicago White Sox shut out the Chicago Cubs 1-0. Pittsburgh Pirates over the St. Louis Cardinals 5-2. New York Mets over the Arizona Diamondbacks 4-2. Cincinnati Reds shut out the Miami Marlins 1-0. Tampa Bay Rays over the Houston Astros 3-1, and the Cleveland Indians over the Oakland Athletics 5-1. The Pawtucket Red Sox fall to the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs at McCoy Stadium, Pawtucket 4-2. Alright, looking at WNBA scores here. Indiana Fever over the San Antonio Silver Stars 83-76. 5:24 left in the fourth quarter. Chicago Sky leading Minnesota Lynx 73-68, and Phoenix Mercury leading the Seattle Storm 12-8 with 4:12 left in the first quarter. Alright, take a look at some sports news here on this late Friday night here. Boston Red Sox manager Clay Buchholz says left us started against the New York Yankees in the third inning with tightness in his thrown elbow. In the fourth inning. London playing before a home crowd is supposed to be advantage, but it did not help from Andy Murray as he lost to Roger Federer in a Wimbledon semi-final on Friday in front of an audience with divided loyalties. Chicago Blackhawks announced via press release on Patrick Sharp has been an integral part of the Blackhawks' 3 Stanley Cup wins in the last 6 seasons has been traded to the Dallas Stars. The reduction in Greg Hardy's suspension reminder of both the NFL's bad old ways and the progress the league has made since then. Former All-Star point guard Deron Williams has agreed to join his hometown Dallas Mavericks upon clearing waivers. Another damp weekend, and a new aerodynamic package has put Sprint Cup teams at the toes at the Kentucky Speedway as wet weather forced NASCAR to cancel qualifying early and Friday, giving Kyle lost to the pole for the Quaker State 400. In Foxborough, Massachusetts, Andy Ariel Nahar scored in the 82nd minute and helped Honduras earn a 1-1 draw with a Panama on Friday night at CACAF Gold Cup beer. And in New York, as historic as the U.S. women's soccer team wins was on Sunday. The historic did not end there. Friday's parade marked the first time since 1960 that only female athletes were on with a ticket parade for New York City's. A new study that Emory University has showed to transmitted an anger Dallas Cowboys demonized all around the world. The Cowboys are not only an American team, but they also have the best fans in the NFL. World number 2, Jordan's feet shake off the rest that cost him the opening round of the day fire. That's Brooklyn 7 on the par 6 1 Friday. The surgeon thanks to the John Deere Classic in Silvis, Illinois. New York, Kansas City Royals third baseman Mike Moustakas and St. Louis Cardinals right enter false pitchers are going to the All-Star game as winners of the final fan vote. Chicago White Sox right ender reliever Nate Jones made his first rehab appearance with Class A Winston-Salem on Friday. It was the first game action since undergoing Tommy John surgery in 2014. In Montreal Canadiens forward Matt Pacioretty has a knee injury and could miss most of the preseason. The Canadiens said on Friday that Pacioretty is expected to need 12 weeks to recover as he will likely miss a large portion of the training. Clayton Kershaw is the reigning most valuable player in the National League. He is reigning Cy Young Award winner as he's been for the 3 of the last 4 seasons. South Korea's MLB Park is off the 18th hole during the second round of the U.S. Women's Open golf tournament as she is within striking distance of U.S. Women's Open with steady play. Dwayne Wade officially resigns as Miami Heat, and also the Miami Heat added Amari Stoudemire. The WBA welterweight showdown between Keith Thurman and Luis Clasman was made official Friday when both men made the 147-pound limit. And in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Emmy Yang well in 4 consecutive birdies in the round of 4 under 6-6 but 3-stroke lead after 2 rounds of the U.S. Open. And that's going to be it for Sports Man up here on this late Friday night, July 10th, 2015 Cruise here. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow night right after the Red Sox Yankees game. Good night.